students, welcome to our next video. And today we are going to start with new chapter, that is chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. We are going to see the following topics, that is animal fibers. Which are the animal fibers? Then the processing of fibers to wool. Which are the process involved to make fibers to wool. Then the life history of silk moth and from cocoon to silk. So please open your textbooks.
Fibers are used to make yarn, which in turn is used to make fabrics. Fibers obtained from plants are plant fibers, example jute and cotton, while those obtained from animal are called animal fibers, example wool and silk. Some animals such as sheep have thick coat of hair on their body called fleece. The question is, why do they have such a thick coat of hair? Reason is simple. Fleece trap air. Since air is bad conductor of heat, therefore heat does not pass from animal body into surrounding environment. This helps to keep their body warm. We obtain wool from fleece of sheep. The clothes made of wool keeps us warm. Basically, the skin of sheep has two types of hair: coarse beard hair and fine under hairs. Wool is obtained from fine under hair. Angora goats found in hilly regions like Jammu and Kashmir provides Angora wool. Wool is also obtained from the hair of goats. The underhair of Kashmiri goats are very soft. These are used to make fine shawls called Pashmina shawls. In South America, animals such as llama and alpaca provides wool. Sheep, for obtaining wool, milk, meat, manure is called sheep farming. Apart from grazing, sheep rear also feed them on a mixture of pulses, jawar, oil cakes and minerals. Sheep are kept indoors and fed on leaves, grain and dry fodder during winters. Certain breeds of sheep have thick coat of hair on their body which yields good quality wool in large quantities. As mentioned earlier, these sheep are selective bred, with one parent being a sheep of good breed. Once the rare sheep have developed a thick growth of hair, hair is shaved for getting wool. Processing fibers into wool. We cannot use fiber obtained from sheep directly for making sweaters or shawls and many other things. Instead, these are processed in stepwise manner. Here in this lesson, we will learn process into wool. So there are four processes: shearing, scorning, sorting and dyeing. So the first step is shearing. The layer of hair around the sheep body is called fleece. Process of removing fleece, and for this process tools similar those used by barbers are used. The outer skin of animal body is dead, so shearing does not harm the sheep. However, this process must be done during hot weather. The reason is simple: if shearing is done in winter, then the cold climate could harm the sheep since the protective layer is not present. However, in hot weather, they can remain safe even if there is no protective layer. After shearing some days, the hair start growing once again. Then the next process, that is scouring. The next step is scouring. The hair, that is fibers, after shearing contains dirt such as grease and dust, and it must be removed before further process. The sheared skin along with hair is washed thoroughly and it is called as scouring. After that, it is dried and sent to the factory. After scouring, the next step is sorting. So let us see the next step. In this step, the clean fibers are taken to factory where they are separated accordingly to the texture such as length and color. The fine hairs are used to make cloths while coarse hairs are used to make rugs. Can you see the rugs are made with the help of coarse hair? There are small fluffy fibers called burrs and are used on sweaters. The fibers are dyed that is colored according to the need. Fibers are white, brown, black naturally. Other colors are used for dyeing. After dyeing, fibers are straightened, combed, rolled into yarn. This is how a woolen yarn is obtained. So which process is this? This is the dyeing process. Okay. Next, that is formation of silk. Silk is very important fiber, natural fiber, and it is soft, lustrous, elastic and strong. Yarn produced by them is much stronger than steel wire. It can be colored very easily. There are different varieties of silk, of which mulberry, eri, tasar, murga are of important. Most commercial silk is mulberry silk, which is very fine white fiber. Silk fibers are obtained from cocoon of silkworm. Let's understand life of silkworm and how cocoon is formed by them. A female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time. Let's talk about one egg. When the young organism growing in the egg reaches to the larva stage, it comes out of egg. Now the organism is known as caterpillar or also called as silkworm. The silkworm feeds on the leaves of mulberry plant. When it grows and ready to enter in a next stage of life cycle called pupa, it starts weaving a net around itself. It then swings its head from side to side, forming a shape of 8. While doing so, a silkworm secretes a protein which on exposure to air becomes hard, and this is the silk fiber. Silkworm covers itself completely and enters in the next stage of life cycle called pupa. The covering is called cocoon. Inside the cocoon, the pupa grows and becomes moth. The silk fiber is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm. Rearing of silkworm for obtaining cocoons made of silk fiber is called sericulture. So, the rearing of silkworm for obtaining cocoons. Okay.
Students, I hope you all are clear with this chapter. Related to this chapter, I will send you a PDF file that you are going to write down the question answers and MCQs in your science notebook. If you have any queries, you can ask me on my personal WhatsApp number.